Today we're going to dive into what an engineering manager thinks during your software developer interview. Like, what are we really thinking of when we ask you questions like what are your greatest weaknesses, or if it's a complex technical problem. Let me break it down for you so you can ace your next interview. Hey, I'm Srinath Warrior, AI engineering manager from Bangalore. Let's start by talking about the big picture. In general, when an engineering manager interviews you, they aren't just focused on whether you can write clean code or solve a problem quickly. They're also thinking about how you fit into their team goals and company's goals. Broadly, this is a list that they are looking for. Ability to learn, this is the most important one. Ability to deliver with quality, current skills which match to the role, problem solving ability, role specific knowledge, attitude and motivation. This includes team fit, communication skills and a growth mindset. Now let's talk about one of the classic questions. What are your greatest weaknesses? This one throws a lot of people off because they're worried about looking bad. But the thing is, engineering managers aren't actually looking for weaknesses. They want to see if you are self-aware and how you work on improving yourself. A good way for the candidate to answer would be, I used to struggle with time management when balancing multiple projects, but I've started using tools like Trello and setting clear priorities, which has really helped me stay on top of things. So if the candidate acknowledges a real issue like that, but quickly shows how they have worked to improve on it, it tells me that they can recognize challenges and grow from them. A similar question is, tell me about a time that you failed. Now this one's tough because obviously no one likes talking about failure. But as a manager, I'm not looking to judge you for failing. I want to see how you handled the failure and what you learned from it. Here's an example of a good answer. During a previous project, I underestimated how long a feature would take to build. We missed the deadline and the team had to work overtime to recover. But after that, I worked closely with my team on setting more realistic estimates and improved my project management skills. This is a great answer for me. Of course, I'll ask follow-up questions like what could you have done better? But that's okay because I understand that we are all human. Of course, we would miss deadlines. And like I mentioned before, the most important thing that I'm looking for is the ability to learn. Did you learn from your mistakes? And also it's important that you don't blame anyone else for your mistakes. Did you take ownership? This shows responsibility and a growth mindset, both great skill sets. Another question that comes up often, how do you handle working under pressure? Engineering managers know that working in tech involves dealing with deadlines, bugs, and sometimes last minute changes. But they want to know if you can keep your cool. A good answer would be, I prioritize tasks based on urgency and impact, and I focus on clear communication with my team to make sure that we are all aligned. I also try to stay calm by breaking down problems into smaller tasks. That way, even in high pressure situations, I can stay focused and deliver. Let me give you an example of a project that got delayed a few months ago, and this is how I handled it. Now, this is a very good answer because the candidate didn't just say that they handled pressure, they explained how they do it and gave an example for it. So I would want to see that you have a plan when things get stressful, not just that you somehow survive chaos. Alright, now let's get into the technical questions. You might be asked to solve a coding problem. And while getting the right solution is important, that's not the only thing the engineering manager is evaluating. The manager round would probably be after the senior developers have shortlisted you for your tech skills. But now the manager wants to check if you're able to handle pressure, communicate complex thoughts properly, and be a good culture fit. Let's say I ask you to find the shortest path in a graph. If your immediate response is, okay, let me first clarify the requirements. Are we assuming all edges have the same weight or do they vary? This is a great starting point to clarify the problem because it shows that you think critically and don't just jump to conclusions. It's also important to talk through your thought process as you work. So basically, apart from your coding ability, engineering managers are continuously looking at how you think, how you communicate, and how you handle both success and failure. So the next time you go into an interview, focus on showing them your problem solving process, your willingness to learn, and how you work as part of a team. So if you cover these, then it's all sorted. So if you've recently given an interview, drop your questions in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching and best of luck for your next interview.